Good morning. Today is February 1st, 2016. We have a new topic here, chapter 4 from the Cheon Seong Gyeong, the education of children and the kingdom of heaven in the family. Okay, you can see that. Section 1, the meaning of education. Number 1, we are to raise our children to be people who are like God.
This is a chick car.
Oh,
This
YouTube is
is
just
a gay
going in.
This is a short.
Again, we are to raise our children to be the people who are like God. This is the standard for education. What does it mean for a person to be like God? It is not defined by the shape of one's face, how much energy one has, or extent of one's abilities. Being like God means loving as God loves. It requires perfecting oneself as a person and learning to love as God loves. Then what is God's love all about? If we analyze it, there are three kinds: parental love, conjugal love, and filial love. That is all it is. His love is nothing other than these three kinds of love. Subtopic: the true meaning of education. Number 2, in order for human beings to be saved, they need education. The human ancestors fell while they're in the state of ignorance. Adam and Eve, who should have moved from the realm of indirect dominion to the realm of direct dominion, did not fully know God's will. Hence, not one of the many great people and religious leaders who came to the earth throughout history was able to prepare the foundation according to God's original standard. No one fully figured out the course that our first ancestors failed to complete and hence left unknown. No religion, no philosopher or great individual has been able to clarify this. Human history has not flowed in accordance with God's original standard. Rather, it has flowed based on our ignorance, following the tradition inherited from our ignorant ancestors. This is the point on which humankind needs education. Number 3, for us to be a mother or a father, it is not enough just to give birth to our children. We have to raise them and educate them. What is the purpose for which we raise them? It is so they can enter the kingdom of heaven. Even if we cannot give them education on other matters, we should at least educate them so that they can enter the heavenly kingdom. We should not leave them unable to go to the place where all their family members and relatives reside. That is why we need to educate them. By this, I mean to teach them about heavenly law. That education is of foremost importance. Number 4, the way of filial children is to love their family, which channels the life force of love. The way of patriots is to love in conjunction with the life force of the nation. The way of saints is to connect their love to the life force of the world. People have taught morals and ethics in light of this progression. We need to understand that this way is correct. We're now on page 550. This is the standard for the moral education of humanity. Number 5, everyone has to take the path of learning, the path of education. But what is its purpose? It is to advance toward a world of greater good and thereby increase one's value. Thus, we strive onward toward a higher dimension in order to become one with a center of greater value. Although it may be indirectly, we are all in pursuit of something based on this purpose. Number 6, of all education, which is the greatest, the family is the base, the origin of the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, the best education is teaching the way of a son or daughter in that family. This teaching of the way should be from God. God is our Father and at the same time our teacher and king. In God's royal family, princes and princesses will have been taught. You represent all the men and women who live in the kingdom, even though they number in the hundreds of millions. However, no one has received such education in the position of sons and daughters representing his royal family. Further, no one was ever taught. When you two unite as the older and younger siblings, you can bring peace to the world. Further, since all the men and women in the country are like your brothers and sisters, and you are in the position of older siblings, you should love your people as your younger brothers and sisters. Even though families are small, each one represents the whole nation, which in turn represents the world and all of heaven and earth. Therefore, with your family as an exemplary model, you should teach your children the principle that applies to all levels in the whole world. That is, loving your brothers and sisters in the same as loving all of humanity. At the same time, teach them that when they live for the sake of something greater than which is of lesser value, is absorbed by that of greater value. These are heavenly principles. Number 7, education does not take place only through a teacher standing at a podium with books, but also through the teacher's words and deeds. The way a person dresses is an education. You can tell a good deal about a person's character by the way he or she dresses. Just as the body reflects the mind, a person's clothes reflect his or her character. In this light, our daily life offers constant opportunities to educate, stimulate, and influence everyone around us. If we continually strengthen our effectiveness in educating people in our daily life, society surely will develop. That is where new hope for our world unfolds. Number 8, schools are places where people are educated from the age of toddler through young adulthood. Universities provide courses leading to a bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree. Once they are adults living in the society, the media provide their education. However, these days, most media are not performing the role properly, but are misleading society, even contributing to its destruction. And